What is happening, guys? Welcome to the video. Literally just got off the treadmill, did some fasted cardio. Today's a rest day, so I'm making sure I get my cardio done, get some stretching in. My body is super sore from this week's training, so taking today to really recover. We're gonna do a little update video, do a little discussion. Some stuff has changed for the better, for sure, in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So as you guys know, if you guys have been following me, I am a personal trainer, I'm an online coach, but I also manage a supplement shop. So I manage that place, Body Systems Nutrition, full time. That's like my full time kind of Monday to Friday gig. So we were closed for like 3 weeks, I guess. And in that time, I was home, obviously, and doing a lot of stuff, really pumping out content as much as I can, doing like podcasts every single day, networking, doing some research on some stuff. Obviously working with clients still, and just trying to make the most out of the time that I was off work. Fortunately, last Thursday, I guess, Wednesday or Thursday, last week, I got a message from the owner saying, okay, hey, we're gonna reopen the doors again, and we're gonna bring you back in to run the shop for now. I said, sweet. Sounds good. It was nice at first having some time off, like the first 3 or 4 days, I would say. It was kind of like, cool, this is nice. Get to stay home for a little bit, get to relax. It's almost like having a long weekend. But after that, I was definitely getting the itch to go back to work. And one thing that I noticed that I missed was like human interaction. Being able to talk to people and just have conversations with people. It's definitely something that I think people don't realize how important it is and how much that can impact you when that's taken away. So I was definitely missing that for sure. And then just having like good structure to my day and constantly having something. As much as I was busy at home doing stuff, it definitely didn't necessarily feel as productive not actually working at someplace that I enjoyed working at. So I get the call, good to go back to work. So I was back on Friday. So right now we're only open Monday to Saturday, closed on Sunday. So I work now all the hours Monday to Saturday. So it's 42 hours total a week. So like I mentioned, back to like the full-time schedule for myself, and things are good. Carrie's still working from home. She's still on the laptop all day getting her normal work done. She's doing basically what she would do in the office anyways, just at home. So nothing's really changed for her. So anyways, we're back to work now, getting things situated, cleaned up the store, kind of got everything sorted out. So my whole thing, what I love, what I do is bodybuilding. You guys know that. You guys follow me, you guys know that. I coach, I compete, I'm surrounded by it, I love it. So natural bodybuilding here in Canada isn't, as recognized as it is elsewhere. For example, the UK, they love natural bodybuilding. Natural bodybuilding is huge out there. That's why a lot of those guys from the UK are on my podcast, or I'm sharing their stories or having conversations with them. It's because it's very big over there. And locally, here in Canada, natural bodybuilding is not that big. It's kind of seen as like, you guys are just over here, and then like the open bodybuilding's up here. Whereas over in the UK, natural bodybuilding is like this huge culture over there, right? So I've been like really wanting to change that here in Canada, really bring kind of natural bodybuilding to the light. That's why I've been really pumping out content on Instagram and YouTube and stuff to really just spread the good word about natural bodybuilding, get more people involved with it, men and women. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to have a little bit of an impact and really bringing awareness to the sport and networking and reaching out and having conversations with people that are genuinely into it like I am. So in Canada, we have the CPA, the Canadian Physique Alliance, which is affiliated with the IFBB, so obviously the untested side of the sport. But within the CPA, you have your untested and then your open and natural shows. The problem with the CPA, in my opinion, is that their drug testing is very, very, very minimal, if at all. I've never been tested as a CPA athlete, and I've been competing since 2015. I've won numerous classes, won the overall last year, was never tested. So that's my biggest gripe. I have no issues with the organization as a whole. The promoters, they all great. Judges, fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about them. But the drug testing is kind of where my issue is. So in the time of me getting into natural bodybuilding, I found out about the WNBF, the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation, which is a very well-known organization. They have like different affiliates all around the world. So for example, here we have like WNBF Canada, and they take it very seriously. So when I got learning about them, that's when I went to the States last year to compete, because here in Canada, the WNBF Canada events are all out west. So I'm in Ontario, which is like central Canada, and then there's like Edmonton, British Columbia, like Alberta, all those places are over that way. And for me, it's like a 6 or 7 hour plane ride. It's costly, it's time consuming to get there. So for me, I was like, man, I want to compete with them, but just logistically, it might be hard to get out west. So that's when I drove down to the States. Upstate New York has numerous WNBF shows. So I went down there, and I was blown away by the whole atmosphere. The promoters that I worked with down there were awesome. All the athletes were great. The drug testing, so every athlete was polygraphed, lie detector tested, and then winners were urine tested immediately after the show, which for me, I was like blown away by that and thought that was so cool, and they were just acting like it's all normal because that's their standard that they abide by. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I wish some of that was local. Here in Ontario, we don't have anything like that. So over the last little while, I've been in touch with the people that run WNBF Canada, Charlotte King and Leo King. And in working with them, I've been kind of badgering them and saying, like, I would love to put something like a WNBF show here in Ontario. I think it would be amazing. I'm kind of central Ontario, so Toronto is like your big city on this side, and then Ottawa is your big city on this side. I'm kind of in the middle, and then on the flip side, just like I drove down to the upstate New York, people could drive up here and compete as well if we had a show. It's like 3 hours. It's like 3 hours from Toronto, 3 hours from Ottawa, 3 hours from upstate New York. So we're kind of right smack dab in the middle for a good group of people that if they wanted to compete at a WNBF show, they could. And then obviously people could fly from anywhere if they wanted to. So here we are. I got the thumbs up from them to work on promoting a WNBF Canada show here in Ontario. Where is kind of a coin flip right now. I've reached out to some venues locally here in Kingston, which again is kind of like right in the middle of everything. Back in my hometown of Belleville, there's a place there that I'm going to reach out to and just kind of see where things are at as far as costs. If people are willing to do it, obviously, is the big one. And go from there. So very, very exciting working with them. They've kind of introduced me to all the other like WNBF Canada promoters and stuff like that. Everybody's been super receptive to me coming in and doing what I'm doing, and it's been great. So very excited for that. So the goal is next fall, tentatively September 2021, WNBF Ontario is going to go down. It's going to be great. Also, I mentioned before, like bodybuilding, natural bodybuilding specifically, doesn't get the recognition or the attention that it should, in my opinion. So I started this kind of idea in my head of like this place you could go and learn about natural bodybuilding. You could learn about athletes, learn about shows, studies, information about like training and nutrition and stuff like that, where you could go and learn this stuff. So I messaged a bunch of guys that I've networked with all around the world, UK, US, Australia, Canada, obviously. Sent out a group message to like 30 guys and said, here's my idea, what do you think? I want to do like an Instagram page, almost like a natural bodybuilding news, where you could, like I mentioned, learn about athletes and show results and share people's stories and that kind of stuff. They were like, yeah, man, sounds awesome. I'll share the thing for you. I'll help get it promoted for you. And here we are, a couple days in of what I've dubbed Natty News Daily. Okay, so you can find it on Instagram at natty_news_daily with basically information about natural bodybuilding, about the athletes, about the shows, show results, studies, all this kind of stuff I'm promoting on this page. It's already gotten over 400 followers in the last few days, which is awesome. That definitely grew faster than my personal page did, so I can't see why we can't be at 1,000 followers by like the end of the summer easily, especially as things keep growing, people keep sharing stuff. So I've been doing YouTube videos here, obviously on this YouTube channel. If you guys are subscribed, then you'll have seen that already. If you're not, go check them out. But just like news videos, talking about various subjects in each video. The one I put up yesterday was actually about 2 natural athletes that are currently in the point standings for the Mr. Olympia because no one else has been able to qualify. They qualified on points, so they're in the lineup, which is insane. That's awesome. And in the videos, talking about shows, when athletes post different progress stuff, talking about that, how they're looking, what they're doing, and just trying to get the good word out for bodybuilding. So definitely, like, the videos, I've been going daily, but I know it's going to be tricky to get everything up daily just because, like, there might not be content, or for me, like, timeline-wise, it might be tricky, but definitely on Instagram, there will be content up there daily, so you guys can go check that out. Again, it's at natty_news_daily on Instagram, so you can follow them. And yeah, so things are going good, guys. Very excited. My goal is to kind of be like a rep for natural bodybuilding here in Canada, and I'm definitely on track of doing so with the show, with the news, obviously with my personal athletes, my personal competitive journey myself, and it's very exciting. So I appreciate everybody that follows along. It means a lot, and we're just gonna change the game, get some of that natty pride out there. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little update video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.